Hello, Paxton Music and Life. Welcome to my channel. For all those that are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit like, and also make sure you hit that bell to get the notifications for all my latest videos. I'm back again because I wanted to talk about the MPC3 update. There's a lot of people that are complaining about the song mode. They feel like it's not going to be the same without the song mode. And I understand you get used to using a software a certain way and you're set in your ways. Trust me, I know, because I was like that when they first switched over from analog to Pro Tools. I was the same way. That's the way I felt about that. But I think that we all should think about embracing. I mean, do I like the idea of that change? Not necessarily, but it's not gonna do anything to change the way that I make records. You understand what I'm saying? And it shouldn't change the way that you produce your music or produce your beats, right? It might be a small learning curve, but in reality, it's not. And I'll tell you why. You already have that same style of arrangement inside of your DAW. So there's really no need for anybody to freak out. Now you'll have advantage of that in your standalone mode, okay? So no need to freak out about that being taken away. And who knows, you know, this is a beta. So maybe they're going to get it. That's funny. They're going to get a lot of opinions from the different people that are going to do the beta test and the people that are doing it and people that are using the software and get the opinions, and they're going to make the best decision based on the feedback. So they might not, maybe they'll keep song mode as an additional option along with the arrangement feature. I'm not sure if they can keep both. I'm not sure if dropping one will stop them from being able to keep another one. Those are the things that I couldn't tell you. I think I just scratched my damn glasses too. God doggy, I did. Scratch my lens, you guys. Shit. Anyway, I'm not quite sure if they drop the song mode feature because they can only add one or the other. I'm not sure. Seems to me they probably could do both. Who knows? But it's nothing to freak out about. You have to embrace change. Trust me, I learned to embrace change back in the day. And another thing that somebody commented on my channel, and I hate to keep using my age, and it seems like I tell people my age more than I've ever told people my age. For some reason, it seems like I notice with this generation, I'm constantly telling my age, you know, and before I explain something to them. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm 54 years old, you guys. I know I don't look 54 years old, but I am 54 years old. And I notice, like I said, I find myself explaining things over and over again, having to attach my age to it. Why am I saying that? Because somebody made a statement about the 3.0, because I did that video and I talked about, I feel like Akai is moving towards the direction of really pushing composers, film composers, to use it as an instrument and standalone to compose for film. Now, I didn't specify exactly how. I just said to use it. Some guy jumped in my comments and was like, oh, it can't be used, film composing. I tried it. I don't know if he said he tried it. I have to go back and look. But he did make a big deal about it and saying that it couldn't be done. Well, let me tell you. If you are a film composer, if you do film, some film guys know certain stuff about syncing music to film, some don't. Most of them should know. But if you are well versed with what I'm saying, then one thing you should know is what I'm saying is real. That machine, the oldest technology in the MPC and in some other devices is MIDI. Also MIDI timecode, also MIDI sync, SMPTE sync, striping tape. It's something we used to do back in the 80s. So I've been locking music to film since the 80s through MIDI timecode. Now, I'm not sure if you know how to use it. I'm not sure if you tried. I'm not sure why you would make a statement that this could not lock to film and that the program, the arranging program for Akai and the arranger and composer mode, the arranger mode is not going to work with film. Why wouldn't it work? I mean, it's simple. If you're using arranger mode, then you would lock that up through MIDI time code. MIDI time code, you sync to that part of the film you want where you're going to compose the music. And you can sit there and watch. I've done this. You can sit there. I've done it with the MPC, the old MPC. You can sit there and watch the film, and then you compose that music right there according to that scene, whatever the minutes, the seconds are when it's empty time code, whatever that time is, the time code time, and you want to sync that music to that time code, you can do it. You'll be able to do that with the MPC3 update. Easy through MIDI time code. Once again, it annoys me. The thing about YouTube, there's good and bad points about social media in general, because you get a lot of people that'll get on here and they'll talk about things that you swear cats on here know everything, man, because they'll go research something up on YouTube and then they think they know it. But when I speak, I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from actually doing it, not reading about it or not going online looking at somebody else doing it. And I go create a video and talk about it. Everything that I'm saying, I've actually done it. I've been doing it in my 40 years of being in the music industry. I've tested it. I've tried it. I know what works and what won't work. And one thing I know is the oldest technology in the MPC is MIDI time code, period. We had SMPTE sync. We had MIDI time code. We used to stripe the tape to film or music. You stripe and you hit the SMPTE tone. For all of you that are watching this that know, it was a tone that was like, and it was a real high pitched tone, like a 1 kilohertz tone or something like that. But you would stripe that to lock up the 2-inch tape to the reel. The 2-inch tape to the machine, like the MPC or some other machine. You would stripe that to lock it up. And even back then, they used to do that to lock it to film. And then came MIDI time code, which was another option to do without hearing all that high-pitched frequency for them to lock it up to that code, which was annoying, by the way, back then. So my man, I appreciate the comment, but MIDI time code is MIDI time code, bro. Like, they wouldn't make MIDI time code for film and for syncing if you could not sync it to film. So either you never tried to sync the MPC to MIDI time code, or maybe you try to sync it and you're not doing right and you don't know how to do it properly. But I've done it. I've done it many, many times. I've done it to have to lock it into 2-inch reel to reel. It's the same concept. I hate when people get on YouTube and they give the wrong information. You got to give the right information, or you'll have people, there could be somebody watching the video going, man, I was thinking about using this product, but now I heard I saw the dude leave the comment saying that it can't be done. And once again, it can be done. You can hook MIDI time code up to film through MIDI. And then you go in here on your settings and you set it up for MIDI time code sync. Sync to MIDI time code to the film. And you can sit there with it. What's cool about the MPC3 is you'll be able to go into arranger mode. And if you choose to sit there and watch your film and score according to that, you can. Or you can score it and lay it out, which typically most people do, score it and lay it out. Then you lock it to MIDI time code to see what it's going to sound like during that scene. So you're speaking of things that I know, things that I've done. Be careful. Those of you that leave comments on my videos, 90% of the stuff I've already done and experienced as a producer, as an artist. So I'm going to always comment on it, because if I see something that I typically won't comment on something if it's something that I haven't done. I'll just leave it alone, leave the comment there. But if it's a comment and I know it's something that I've done, which 90% of film and music stuff, from the syncing to the composing or whatever, I've done it. I've lived it. So I know. And that's why I decided to do this video, because I feel like that's sending the wrong message to guys who are composers who might be wanting to use this MPC3 update to score. You're sending the wrong message. But those guys know that. They would know exactly what I'm saying is right, which MIDI time code, you can sync it to film. You can sync it. You can sync the MPC, because I think he was saying that you couldn't sync it, or you can't, your arranger, you can't connect the MPC to the score for film. That's BS, bro. It's got MIDI time code on it. As long as that's on it, you can sync it to anything. It doesn't matter. Remember that. So I'm excited about the MPC3 update. You guys, don't be discouraged, new producers. Stay focused. Don't be discouraged with the changes. There'll be some changes there, but embrace it and let's hope for the best. Maybe they'll keep the song mode for those that, I love song mode personally, but I am embracing that change that's coming too. So I'm not really freaking out or tripping out on. I'm looking forward to all the extra things that are going to come in the future. But embrace it as we do with all things. When, like I said, when we were switching up from analog to digital, all the producers and engineers were worried about this big change. And a lot of us, it took us a long time to switch up to Pro Tools. I know it took me, I was probably 3 years late jumping on board with Pro Tools because I didn't want to change. I was stuck on my analog and I forbid to change. I was like, I'm not ever going to use digital. And that was truly the way I was talking, along with tons of other engineers. So let's embrace the new technology. Is it stepping away from the traditional way the MPC was ran? Of course it is. But, you know, with anything, there's always change. And as long as that change is for the better, that's what you look for. And we look at the positive changes that this is going to do for the Akai MPC devices in your workflow. And let's embrace it, you guys. Listen, Stone Paxton Music and Life. I'll catch you on the next video, and I'm out.